Hey everyone, Lightstar here, back with our end of the year wrap up of 2023. We're gonna look at some really important things that you guys were supposed to be learning this year. So it's gonna be vital for you to watch and see what it is that you missed, if anything. And also that can help us to carry into 2024. But we're gonna take a look at this beautiful year and wrap it up here in a nice little bow. So get your coffee, your tea, your popcorn, and let's get into the content of our Oracle Consciousness reading that we do for the wrap up at the end of 2023. Well, hello, my lovelies. This is Lightstar again. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to dive into our Oracle Consciousness reading that I do basically every end of the year, that we look at the entire year. It's like our wrap up of the year 2023 and looking at what we were learning, what we were supposed to learn, what were the energies here, and why it's significant. And we're gonna look at this with using my Magical Dimensions 2nd edition, as well as my celestial frequencies. As many of you guys know, I like to often use these decks mixed together, as I like to do. You can use them separately if you would like, the two decks, or you can mix them together for a basically 99 card oracle reading here. So what I was guided to do for you guys to look at the end of the year, and by the way, happy holidays for all of you guys that are in this season of all the holiday stuff. But I just wanted to hop on here and do a look at this year because it's significant to look at that, okay? And how I was guided to, sometimes I just do things spontaneously, sometimes I like to do certain readings in my books, you know, the guidebooks that I wrote, because I have very unique types of readings in there and spreads that you won't see anywhere else because I've developed them myself. So this one, I felt like I wanted to do that. So what we're gonna do is, from my 2nd edition Magical Dimensions Oracle cards, they're in the guidebook. For those of you guys that utilize my deck, you'll be familiar, but it is the half moon key formation. And I hope you guys are enjoying this content, and if you are, or if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And YouTube likes to call it subscribe. I like to call it joining the tribe or joining the community. I think that sounds much better and more inviting. And if you are down there clicking around, make sure you hit that like button on the video and give it a thumbs up. And also share the content out to people that you know would be interested in this type of material and content. And make sure you comment and engage. I love to engage and interact with you guys in the comments section. And make sure that you click the notifications bell so that you won't miss a thing when new videos come out. And I am looking forward to bringing more content as always. And I'd love to have you guys join the community. And for those of you that would like to catch me on other platforms and other channels, I am also on BitChute and Brighteon, Rumble, and Odyssey. And you can check all those links of where I'm at down below in the description area. The content on those channels generally gets posted a day or so after the post goes up on YouTube. So just have a little patience as to when that becomes available on the other platforms. Is basically on page 21 of my Magical Dimensions 2nd edition guidebook, okay? And it's called the half moon key formation, and basically this type of reading is for going into the subconscious, the emotions, okay? And it's providing a deeper insight into underlying issues, okay? But the reason why I wanted to use, and I was guided to use this, is it is like going through the subconscious for the end of the year and seeing what are all the energies that we were accumulating as a collective. Obviously, this is more for collective, you know, reading, not necessarily personal reading, although a lot of it will relate personally to you guys. But I felt like just that's what I was guided to do, okay? Just to utilize this spread for that purpose. And so that's how we're going to do this, is just read collectively and looking at the energies, okay? So I'm going to, sorry if I'm over here a little bit doing this because I don't have much space to actually do this and keep it up on the screen. So, but the first card we're going to look at here is the in the half moon key formation. And for this wrap up of 2023, we're actually looking at the key number 1, which I call keys. And this one is going to depict the current situation and its surrounding emotion and energy. Okay, this is the energy of the wrap up of 2023, but this is the energy. And so as I am shuffling here, we are going to get the first card, which is number 26, Liberation. And this card is so perfect for this, okay? 26, Liberation of the Magical Dimension, 2nd edition. And this one is power, victory, and attainment. So this has been a year of power struggles, right? That's what I feel has been happening this whole year anyway, so that's just perfectly apropos for the first card starting out of the gate in terms of 2023 and its energies. It was also about suppression of energies and suppression of power, and what we've looked at with people in power and how they've been utilizing that power is what I feel this is coming up with. Just whether or not we are victorious over that in this year, whether we did make some strides in it, we'll kind of find out through the purpose of this reading. But for now, it's just symbolizing and energizing the energy of power and how we've been utilizing it and how we've been suppressed from the powers that be, or the powers that want to be, the powers that used to be, however you want to look at it. So that was pretty powerful to start out with. Okay, so then we go on to key number 2. And this is going to be the key that relays your past and shows the energies of the past consciousness. Okay, so this is going to be what energy have we been looking at in terms of our past and in our past consciousness and what's been going on there. And we have number 33, Enlightenment. My enlightened mastery. This is from my Celestial Frequencies Oracle cards. And so in the past position, you know, when we're looking at what we have been energizing in the past, or what we've been attaining, trying to attain in the past, right, is, I feel, related to that first card, because it's like we have been striving to work, not only just work on our own spiritual growth, but work on our own mastery, okay? So it's almost like the sovereignty codes have been up this year a lot for us. Like, what does it mean to be sovereign? Are we sovereign? Because of all the power struggles that have been going on. And so looking at what is our mastery surrounding money and surrounding security and surrounding power, and how do I master those things, okay? And that's what we've been looking at all year, really, is how do we supersede that, really? And so that's kind of cool. Okay, so we got the second key of the past, and now we're going to look at the key number 3, which is the illuminating the lesson. Sorry if I'm looking down here, it's just because I'm reading in my book, so I don't have to hold on to everything and keep putting it up and down and that kind of thing. So we're looking at the key 3, which is illuminating the lesson. This is the growth and the wisdom pathways for you to attain. Okay, so this is going to emulate the lesson. Okay, what's the lesson here? What's the lesson? What are we looking at? What have we been looking at? And we get disclosure. Number 14, the Atlantean libraries, and that's also celestial frequencies. And then we get disclosure. Okay, so really this is the lesson. The lesson is the disclosure. This is the growth. This is the wisdom. This is what's coming forth. And as we've been seeing, there's been a lot of things coming out of the bag, right? Leaking out of the bag. And that will continue. But this is just showing that that was part of the energy flow of this, was the different things that were hidden away in that were coming out to the light. And for all of us to take a look at, to see all the situations that we've seen, whether it be politically, in corporations, in social media. Like, I feel like it's just really been hitting all areas, but in particular, it's been hitting for all of us, you know, areas where we have, you know, not necessarily seen things come out into the open, and now they are. So there's a lot of things coming out as far as the transparency movement for all of the things that we need to see in our life. Like, we can't move forward, right? We can't change things for the better until we actually see what's there. It's like, you know, you have to dig down and see what is the truth, what's really going on, what's behind the curtain, what's behind the scenes, before you can actually make any kind of significant changes. And so that's, I feel, was emulating that. So we've got that. We've got also key number 5, which is going to display the next step with making the necessary adjustments to shift the situation. So in this case, we're looking at what were the steps that we needed to take this year. What were the things that we needed to do in order to become in our mastery, to, you know, be sovereign, to, you know, hurdle over all the things that were in our way and be victorious with all of this, you know, and to bring forth what was needed, you know, from the hidden surfaces. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. We get number 52, shifting frequencies. This is intensity, choices, and align. So what did we need to do? We needed to shift our frequencies. We needed to, and there's been a lot of work on that as far as learning how to shift frequencies. I have a whole video on that by itself. It's just really a really great way of learning how to shift your frequencies. But definitely shifting frequencies, that's a super powerful thing we've been looking at, because how do we do all of this? How do we become in our mastery? How do we become victorious? How do we become sovereign? We shift into that. We just have to align to those frequencies. We have to be in them and in our alignment to those levels of higher frequency codes in order to become that. We be that, right? Be that of which you seek to change. You know, you want love in your life, be love. You want happiness, joy, passion, whatever it is, you know, you be that. And that's how you bring it to you, right? That's these laws of attraction. So awesome. So far, so good, right? So key number 5, we have that is going to display the next step with making necessary adjustments to shift the situation. Okay, so this is going to be what do we need in order, what did we need this year in order to make these shifts? Okay, what did we actually need, or what would be helping us to make those adjustments to shift our frequencies, right? What would be helpful? What was the next step? And we get number 44, receptivity, which is angelic diamond light. Oh, well, that's perfect. Okay, so what did we need to actually make these shifts, make these adjustments, is to tune into the angelic team to help you in making these shifts and in making these different movements and into your mastery and, you know, breaking free from feeling non-liberated, right? So we needed to actually use the angelic team. Now, the angelic team is always going to be there for you. It's not like they were just here, but they're also saying, you know, we were here. Did you use our services? Did you enlist our help? Did you ask for our help, or did you not? There's no judgment if you did not, but the whole point was you have an angelic team to assist you. Now, they're not going to do things for you. They're not going to do everything for you, but they will bring you enlightenment. They'll bring you ideas. They'll bring you to the right person. Spontaneous things could happen. Solutions go off. The idea, you know, the angelic light bulb goes off with an idea. So the question is, did you utilize their services to make shifts in your life? So that's a question for all of you guys to ask yourself. Okay, no matter whether you believe angelics are real or not, or whether you call them that or whatever, they're there for you anyway, but they can't help you unless you ask for their assistance. So in that way, ask for their assistance from now forward if you hadn't already, because they are there to assist and help and make things a little easier, okay? And then we have key number 6, which is giving you the gift, okay? This is the gift, the perspective to focus on for spiritual growth. So what did we actually get as the gift here, or as the gift this year in putting things into perspective? What was all this for, right? Like why did we go through all this? Why do we have to go through all this? And we get the card of number 53, Golden Age. Progression, foresight, and peace. This is from the the second edition, Magical Dimensions. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned that the receptivity card is from the Celestial Frequencies. And if I forgot, the shifting frequencies is from the second dimension. No, well, maybe. Second edition of my Magical Dimensions. That's funny. It is probably from the second dimension since it was shifting frequencies. You might be in that lower density and have to rise up that, so that was not a Freudian slip there. Anyway, so we move on to the gift, which is the 53 Golden Age, Progression, Foresight, and Peace. And this is really powerful because why are we doing all this? That's what I asked, right? Why are we doing all this? This is for our energy flow into the golden age. So whether or not you realize it or not, I've always said this for the last couple of years especially, we are entering into the golden age. We already are in it. Some people feel like maybe the Aquarian age doesn't start until whatever astrological thing happens, but in my intuition, has already said we are in it, okay? And I feel like we've been in this golden age for the transitionary period of the golden age, because every age has a major transitional period, which can last like 50, 60 years. And so what I feel is that, I've always felt this, that the people that were born in the 1960s, okay, generally speaking, around that time period where we had the hippie movement and all of that, the people that were actually born in that time period though, and the people that were already in that time period, maybe you were in the 50s or 40s, even that, but you were like in that hippie movement, you were basically bringing forth and ushering forth the golden age. That was the transitionary period. That was the rebelliousness that is bringing forth that Aquarian age, but it's really to make some changes, to make some shifts and demand that the age change, right? So that's quite a long time, and I feel like we're just in the beginning stages of the Aquarian age. So yes, it doesn't look all perfect and everything right now, but that's because we're still in it. We're still in that beginning stages and trying to pioneer this. So anyway, that's what I feel like, okay, that's why we're doing this, and that's the whole purpose there. And now we have the key number 7, which is foreshadowing the outcome and the energies after integration of all of the other cards. So this is kind of the outcome. And I'd say this is also really just overall card, you know, just that sums it up in some ways. And we get number 40. And this is reflectivity, another part of the Atlantean libraries. So, and this is from the Celestial Frequencies deck. So to really look at all of this, because this is kind of, it's like where it started, the disclosure card and the reflectivity card are actually part of the Atlantean libraries. So And I feel like this was the beginning stages of us looking at our world from a new lens, and from all of the disclosure and transparency that has been coming out is going to set us up for what's to come for this upcoming year. And so this is really powerful because it does sum up, this is really where we're at, is in this disclosure time frame, this disclosure time period where things look really wonky in a way, and they look kind of crazy, right? So we're gonna have to just be patient with this process and know that everything's going to work out, but it is gonna take a bit of time for us, literally, to reassess everything and to reorganize where we are in our world, and what do we want to create, and how do we create that golden age? What does it look like? How do we integrate all these things from being a sovereign, being and a sovereign world? What does that look like? And how do we fight against and battle against some of the things that are keeping us, suppressing us from moving into that full sovereignty? And it may look like you take like a couple steps backward before we can take a few steps forward. And that's what I feel we're in right now, and have been in this year, is that I feel like it may have just kind of went like this backwards, but only because we have to kind of go that route in order to step into our sovereignty and say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right, okay? So, and then to align yourself with the mastery, the truth of who you are, and that's what we've been doing, and to continue doing that. Also continuing to shift frequencies. There's a really good, I have a video all about that, again, shifting frequencies, to help you with that. But I feel like it's important to do, and to not forget to enlist the angelic team to help you with that going forward as well, because they've been there all year waiting for you. And then, emulate that higher light. That's what I'm here for, is to help you with all my services, all the things I have to offer. So, but that's kind of a wrap for this year, is these energies. Now I'm going to come back again and do a channeled message that I'm going to have to share about the 2024 energies, and I might have the channeled message as well as my own take on it on a separate video, but that's going to be coming forth. And so if you guys would like to also work with me privately, you can find me on LIGHTSTARCreations.com with all of the different things I have to offer you all, and all of the different sessions that I have, all of my, you can buy the Magical Dimensions in 2nd edition, also the Celestial Frequencies, Oracle cards, which you can purchase on my website. And you can also get, I have lots to share with you guys on my site. As many of you know, I have the new calendar, which is the 2024 Dimensions 11 calendar that you can purchase on there as well, with all the awesome different codes and different, images that you can have for each of the calendar. They have the lunar phases on there, so be sure and go check that out, because that's available for the new year. And you can get all of my artwork if you'd like to purchase that in different types of substrates that I print on, photo prints, metallic prints, aluminum prints, all different kinds of prints there. And so go check all of that out. Love to help you guys in this new year with any session work. So go and set up your session. I do book up ahead of time, so make sure that you get on there. I have lots of different kinds of sessions to help you. And I have music to also assist in the process. I am going to be coming out with new content this year, and I'm going to be focusing on a lot of things that I feel like you guys have said you've wanted. So I'm listening as well to what you guys want to have, and so I'm going to be doing that. And some new activations, all sorts of good stuff, okay? So go check all of that out. I'd appreciate any donations that you guys would like to throw this way to assist in creating the content that I do here for you. And you can do that on my donation page as well. So I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and I'm so glad that we had a chance to look at the wrap up for this year, and I'm excited to come back and share even more for what's to come in 2024. So sending it love from the angelics, the galactics, the elementals, your higher selves, to the ascended masters and the teams of healing light that work with you. Enlist their help, enlist their services, ask for their guidance, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye for now. If you'd like to support my journey and helping to bring more content to YouTube and provide all this activation and goodness for you guys, please consider providing a donation to my work, and you can do that in many different ways. If you head on over to my website at lightstarcreations.com, you'll also see a donation page on there where it has many different forms for you to provide your donation. I have a vibrational giving, a certain specified dollar amount that is aligned with a certain frequency, and you can give that way, or you can become a patron on Patreon, or you can actually just donate whatever that feels in resonance with you. And there's also super thanks on YouTube, and that is the little heart button that is next to the like button below the video, and you can also donate that way. And something that I do for anyone who donates to my work, I send a remote light language blessing of love and abundance and support right back to you. It's my way of saying thank you for your donation. And I so appreciate all of you who have donated and all my patrons. I love you guys, and thank you so much for your continued love and support. And another way to support me is to just head on over to my website and make a purchase of one of my awesome products and services that I have to help you to activate and to enlighten you and to bring more light and love into your life. So head on over there and check out all the different things I have, many different types of products and services for you. And once again, I extend my love and gratitude and appreciation to all of you who have extended your support to me in the past. I love you guys, and I thank you for everything.